Hey everyone, I'm Thomas Wooden Railway and welcome back to my channel. I have a very exciting video to show off to everybody today. This is a box that was sent to me from a toy store called Toys & Co. They are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is about an hour and a half north of Charlotte, if you know where that is. And I actually visited this store a couple of years ago. I was driving across the country in the summer of 2020, and I got to see this store in person, and it was awesome. But the lovely folks at Toys & Co. contacted me a couple of months ago and asked me if I was interested in doing a massive unboxing video on some of the new 2022 Thomas Wooden Railway items. Yes, if you've been living under a rock and haven't heard the news yet, Thomas Wooden Railway is back. For the last couple of years, we've had it a bit rough in the Thomas universe. We had this thing called Thomas Wood right there, which honestly wasn't that impressive and it didn't do that well. And Thomas Wood has been canceled for a while now, but it wasn't until about a year ago that we found out that Mattel was actually going to be replacing it with Thomas Wooden Railway 2.0. So goodbye, Thomas Wood, and hello, Thomas Wooden Railway 2022. If you have seen the latest episode of my series, you know that I have a couple of these new 2022 TWR items, but I don't have everything that's available for purchase as of July 2022. So that's where my friends at Toys & Co. came in really helpful. They were like, hey, would you mind doing an unboxing video? We'll send you a bunch of stuff. And honestly, I couldn't say no to an offer like that. So once again, I want to give a big thanks to Toys & Co. They sent this big, heavy box all the way across the country for me to review. So I want to give a big shout out to them. If you live in sort of the eastern seaboard or kind of the southern area of the United States, you should check them out in person. Otherwise, you can go online to their website and order from them directly if you don't want to support like a big corporation. I always feel a lot better when I support a small business, so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. So again, big thanks to Toys & Co. I guess without further ado, we should get this unboxing video started. All right, let's go. So I'll be transparent with you guys. I don't really know what's inside this box. I've been kind of kept in the dark about what has been sent to me, which is not a problem at all. I know that there may be a few surprises along the way when it comes to finding out what's inside this box here, but let's dig in. I know that there is some rules I have to follow according to my contact at Toys & Co., which if you know Tom's Twitter, you have probably heard and maybe even talked to Sir Duke 95. He was my contact who helped set this all up. So first of all, look how shiny and pretty this all is. I'm guessing that Toys & Co. does gift wrapping, and if you order something from them, it may come looking as awesome as this is. So this looks like a scroll here. I'm guessing, oh, clues, okay. So I'm guessing there will be some sort of procedure that I have to follow for this unboxing video. I really don't know what I'm supposed to open first, but let's... Oh, maybe... I think maybe I'm going to hang on to this for a little bit later. I might be able to get through this unboxing without using the clues, but that's very thankful. I'm very thankful of them, I should say, that they have provided those to me. So let's very quickly cut this open. All right, here we go. Oh boy, friends, look at this. We have a decree from Toys & Co. Not just a cool toy store, a cool place to play. Let's see what this says. Dear Thomas Wooden Railway, greetings. On behalf of the staff at Toys & Co., I'd like to extend you a thank you for being such an enthusiastic supporter of our store. To truly express our gratitude, we have decided to send some Thomas goodies for you to unbox on your channel. As you probably know, surprises can come in all shapes and sizes, and this package is no exception. Here at Toys & Co., we're big fans of puzzles and games, but we decided to make this even more unique by crafting our own little puzzle for you to solve. Each item is wrapped in one of our many different styles of gift wrap. Did we mention we gift wrap for free, both online and in-store orders year-round? There we go, friends, like I said. On each gift tag, there is a written clue, and each word or series of words is a piece of the puzzle. When these words are placed in the right order, it will give you the correct sequence in which to open the gifts. We've also included some clues for you in another envelope just in case you get stuck at any point. However, it may not be as tricky to solve as the Thomas Wooden Railway grain loader. Ha ha, very funny. We hope that you enjoyed this musical riddle we've crafted for you. It has something to do with song, I'm guessing? Interesting. Toys & Co. is a locally owned specialty toy store that has brought smiles to kids of all ages and parents alike for 45 years. I didn't know they were around for that long. Thomas Wooden Railway in particular is a very important brand to our store. We've carried Thomas Wooden Railway since the line's creation in 1992. We were chosen to be a wooden railway specialty store, and in the 2000s we were one of the top best-selling retailers of wooden railway in the entire country. That's very impressive when you think about all the toy stores out there. We'd also like to give a gift to your viewers as well. Anyone who purchases through our website after viewing this video at www.toysandco.com can get 20% off their total order at checkout using the coupon EZ4U exclamation point. There you go, friends. Be sure to follow us on social media and check out our website. And there you can check out Toys & Co. on Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. Wow, impressive. I've made a little dent in the TikTok scene, but nothing much. So big thanks to my friends at Toys & Co. There you see their address if you're interested in them. This is really awesome. I can't thank them enough for going above and beyond for doing something like this, and please be sure to support them. They're really nice people. They took the time to do something for me who just messes around with toy trains on the internet. So again, real quick, EZ4U. I'll put all of this information in the description below. So let's see. I guess the next step would be, well, I'm supposed to open these in a particular order. Oh, wow. To Adore from Toys & Co., right? Oh, boy. Well, this, oh, man. This is very much Christmas in July, what I'm thinking. So I'm guessing I move on to this part. Oh, I see. They're at the bottom here. I missed all this stuff. All right, here we go, friends. So we have a little bit of a mystery on our hands, and we have to figure out a way to the correct order to unbox all of these things. So let's see, maybe? Clue 1. Okay. The first present has the words, he's a written on the gift tag. So I'm looking for one of these gifts that has he's a written on it. Engines, if you can see that. That one says engines. Tell, T-E-L-L. Uh-oh. And Puffs. Oh, man. I'm getting Thomas vibes from this song, which I don't think is... I think that's the point, obviously, but... And Fro. Is there a song that comes to mind when you guys hear these words? So clue 1. The first present has the words he's a written on the gift tag. So I guess this is the first one that we unboxed. One of personal things that I've always hated doing is I hate tearing up really good gift wrapping like this. It pains me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, so we are right off the bat here with a Brio railway light. And I actually know a couple of people in the Thomas Wooden Railway community that have something like this. It's really cool. It's not just like pretend light up, it's like real light up. So I've always wanted to see one of these in person. So from Brio, okay, those are directions. We might look at these later if I have trouble, who knows. I'm not the smartest engine in the shed, as they say. Oh, look at that. All right, here we go, friends. So this is like a Brio railway light. It kind of looks like a street light to me. There's also a pamphlet in here. Very cool. So one thing that Brio has done really well over the years is they continue to build their world and their Brio empire extremely, extremely well. Look at all this stuff. This is the type of thing that Thomas Wooden Railway used to do back in the day. They had these pamphlets and yearbooks that you just like really, really wanted to build the whole world. You wanted to build a massive Thomas Wooden Railway. And looking at something like this, all the sets and destinations and the individual engines you can buy, that's really, really awesome. So here is the light. I'll show this off again. I might have missed it the first time. But there's like 2 little LEDs at the top. So if you were to turn off the lights, which I'm going to do in just a moment, you get something like this. This reminds me of the end of Gordon Takes a Dip, when Gordon, James, and Henry are sitting in the sheds and they're sulking. You have kind of that eerie light shining down on them. So that's really cool. So that is the Brio railway light. Like I said, I've seen these before, but I've never taken the time to purchase one. Honestly, there's not a lot of Brio stuff where I live, so that is awesome. Thank you so much for sending that to me. If we move on to clue 2, he's a really useful engine. Didn't we see, I thought we saw a door somewhere. Tell. Wasn't the first one I picked up a door, and now I feel really silly because I'm not going to be able to find it. All to, let's see, Yuso. Probably should start to get rid of a little bit of this wrapping paper just to help out. I don't think I've gone into that back corner yet. Wait, so now, ooh, I'm not sure. This says, really useful engine, but I think the song goes, he's a really useful engine, you know. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, here we go. He's a really useful engine, you presumably know. So let's see what's in here. I believe I'm doing this correct. Apologies if I missed something along the way. Oh, wow. Clickety-clack switches? Well, this is a surprise. So, in building my Thomas Wooden Railway empire over the years, not only have I gotten a ton of Thomas Wooden Railway engines and track, but I've also accumulated, you know, the necessary accessories to build the world. So, switches like this, especially clickety-clack ones, and these don't even appear to be like in used condition or anything. These are extremely helpful. This is awesome right here. As most classic Thomas Wooden Railway fans will tell you, Clickety-clack is awesome. I've heard good things, somewhat reminiscent things of Clickety-clack from the new Thomas Wooden Railway. I'm not sure how true that is. But anyway, we got some Clickety-clack switches here. That's awesome. Okay. He's a really useful engine U, which I believe was the one I just picked up. Clue number 3. Let's see. He's a really useful engine, you know, if it focuses. So now we need to look for no. I thought I saw that somewhere. I think I've got the hang of this now. He's a really useful engine, you know. Okay, so this would be our next item to unbox. How does the rest of the song go? All the other engines, they'll tell you so, or something like that, I want to say. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go. Oop, got a little bit of it there. Uh-oh, friends. I'm seeing something. Nia, uh-oh. Alrighty, well, here we go. We've got a Thomas Wooden Railway item to unbox. And this is what everybody's so excited for. This is Nia. Alright, so one big thing you can notice right away is look how long Nia is. That is a very different version of Nia that we are used to, at least in the Thomas Wooden Railway world. Look how long she is. Look at the detail there. She also comes with like this zoo car, I want to say. Either way, very, very impressive. Now the thing with these Thomas Wooden Railway boxes is that they are very different than the previous ones. This style of box has grown on me. When these were originally released, I wasn't that big of a fan. I'm just so used to like that plastic part that you can see through, but I believe there's an easy way for you to open these up from the back side without having to tear the box apart, and then you can keep the box, oops, and display it. And nobody will ever know if there's a Nia in there or not, or you just keep in the box or whatever. So I want to show this off really quick. I've seen pictures of this on Twitter. Some of the new engines have these pamphlets, some of them do not. I believe this is a great return to form because like I was just saying with that Brio pamphlet, this makes you want to go out and buy more things. Look at that. We got like the Roundhouse set, we have all of the new engines, there's Knapford Station. Not only do we have the big engines like Hero, we got the smaller characters like Percy and Kevin. This is the type of stuff, in my opinion, that really seals the deal for falling in love with these new toys. So happy to see this back. I'm going to try, if I open this up, what you can do is you can come along and remove the tape from the back here, and you can open these items without completely having to tear the box apart like you would in previous years. That was the thing from about, I don't know, 2005, 6, or 7-ish when they introduced that, what I would call like the tamper-proof plastic packaging, where you would basically have to come in and destroy the box in order to get stuff out. That was always like really unfortunate to have to do. But hopefully here, we are able to be able to keep this box, and I can sort of display it with all my other engines, except I'm having a hard time here. I'm sitting off to the side of the camera. I can't really see anything. Ah, there we go. Whoops. Oh, okay. One sec. So I've loosened the strings on the back, and Nia and her little car just came tumbling right out. So the thing with these boxes, if you've noticed, the engines are displayed in a very open way, but they are tied, as you've seen, so tight in these boxes here that I don't think shoplifting or anything like that is going to be a big deal, because there we go. They're still very, very tight. So I'm going to keep this box and maybe put some tape on the back to get this flush with the packaging again. And then you can sit there and display this box, because honestly, I think that's the thing. One of the cool parts of this stuff is that the boxes, you want to display the boxes like you would the trains. So there is Nia's box. I'm definitely going to keep that. In years past, I wouldn't. But let's take a look at Nia. I think it is a step up from Thomas with Nia. She has kind of like a smirky face, I would call that. The extra length is really great. I think she has the right number of wheels on each side. If you listen, kind of sounds like the Mattel era engines where they had those plastic bogies. I'd be curious to hear you guys' opinions on these small wheels. Personally, I think the small wheel, he's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines will tell you so. I think this is next. This is a tiny package. Is it like, I'm guessing like bubble gum or something. Oh, I wasn't too far off. Oh, okay, well, I said I wasn't too far off because I did think it was candy. So this is Yoplait Yumsters. This was like a promotional item given away years ago. At this point, probably 20 years ago. If you're not familiar with Yoplait, it's a type of yogurt. And apparently they had a brand at the time, maybe only. We started off with the Brio Streetlight. I got some Clickety-clack switches and Nia. He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, I think that's next. All the other engines. All the other. And I guess next one would be engines. Man, this is creative. I like how they did this. It's making me think about a song that I've heard countless times over the years, but it's making me think like really, really specific about it. Okay. Oh, we got another one. Sweet. I was just going to say, you know what's better than one railway light? 2 railway lights. So we got another one here. And I think, if time permits, I'll do my usual, I'll kind of line everything up that I get here so that you guys can see it. Oh, there goes everything. We've already seen the package, and the light was on. Maybe I must have hit that when I took it off, but there's actually a decent amount of light there. It could be used as an emergency flashlight in extreme circumstances. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, probably trying to read anything with this light, and I will admit, but man, they do have some cool stuff. So all the other engines. All the other engines. There we go. He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines will tell you so. I gotta remember that in a couple of minutes. Okay, what are we feeling? I think this is a riser, like a plastic riser from the late 2000s. The fact that there's like this open middle part here. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. I thought the Yoplait cargo car was a piece of candy. Oh, okay. Well, I ended up being right. This is awesome. I've actually been looking for these for a while. I mean, this looks brand new, friends. That's really, really nice. He's a really useful engine. You know, all the other engines, they'll tell you. All All the other engines, they'll tell you. Uh-oh. And we got a lot of stuff in here. Okay, you so, that's coming up. That's next. Puffs and puffs and whistles. All the other engines, they'll tell you so? Is that correct? Is that what I'm thinking of? No, I think we need they will. They will. Oh yeah, there we go. I almost opened that one. There we go. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. Let's see what's in box number like 7 or 8 at this point. I'm not sure. By the way, I just want to say gift wrapping is on point right here. I gotta admit, uh-oh. You know what this looks like? This is a Thomas Hood Railway Kevin. So I've talked about Kevin before. He's one of those characters I really can't gauge as to how popular he is. I think it's maybe a little bit overblown. But anyway, here's Kevin, who has a unique face, actually. That's one really good thing we could talk about these new trains, is that all of the faces are really well done. Another pamphlet right there. I'm guessing this is the same one. Looks like it. I'm going to keep that one folded up. But then if we go to the back here, here we go. And a direction that we probably shouldn't have gotten. And so I'm just thrilled that it's even an option at this point. So he's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell. Oh yeah, right in front of me. Here we go. Tell. If I had to guess, there's a little bit of room here on the side that's not being used. If I had to guess, we're looking at some track pieces maybe. All the other engines, they'll tell. Oh man, Toys & Co., you're spoiling me here, man. Some clickety-clack, bigger switches this time. We got one male, one female. Wow, I am a sucker for switches. They know how to treat me right. Again, I'm not really... He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. I think I see this right here. You so. Based on the rectangular nature of this package, I'm guessing maybe it's another Thomas Wooden Railway item. And by the way, I think if I read that letter correctly, they do gift wrap for free, I want to say, which is pretty cool. I'm seeing some yellow here. We got Rebecca. I'm going to love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Man, the sliding nature, it's so classy. This whole setup, you know, I am a sucker for tradition. I love that plastic part where you can see straight into the engines right away, but it's hard to argue that this setup right here isn't great. All right, so Rebecca right there. Let's see where we left off. He's a really useful engine. You know, all the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles. He huffs and puffs. There we go. He huffs. He huffs and he puffs. This feels soft, but I know it's not. I think it's just really good packaging on their part. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, here we go. We got some things, some loose items. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fog car? Fog car. Oh, for display only. I bet there's a very interesting story behind this item. So that was one of two. Is this the blasting car? Yes. So, wow. If I had to take a guess, so first off, looking at the wheels look. All right, so he huffs and he puffs. All right, look at this big one right here. He huffs, and next up is he puffs. Well, well, well. Ooh, starter set? I believe so. Look at this. Even though my name is Thomas Wooden Railway, I think Toys & Co. is secretly letting me know that I need to get some Brio in my life, which I'm not opposed to. It's hard to explain. Brio is not super accessible where I live, like in any store. So again, awesome pamphlet right here. Oh, we've got a starter set. I don't think I'm going to take the time to put this together in this video, but I will take all the pieces out. So the thing with Brio is you're paying for really high quality stuff. Like this plastic right here is really, really nice. These look like supports. Yes. Let's see. These are risers. And I think it's just personal preference. Like if you like the plastic risers or you want like the wooden railway risers, I think I'm partial to the Thomas Wooden Railway stuff. But I totally understand both sides of it. And then, goodness, maybe if I turn this upside down, it'll fall out. I don't want to, there we go. This section of track at the bottom here was very well put together. Let's see. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Oh, look at this. Really high quality track pieces right here. Arguably, maybe they don't have the detail of Thomas Wooden Railway, but like we're in this moment. So he's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles. We're looking for and whistles. And whistles. This is small. Dare I guess, I don't know, it's too big to be a buffer. But I don't know, man. Suspense is killing me. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okie dokie. Hook and ladder for display only. Another for display only item. So this, quote unquote, the technical term is the hook and ladder, for sure. But honestly, most people are going to say this and just scream fire truck, which I don't think is wrong either. The problem is, or the reason why this is called hook and ladder is because it normally comes with a second item in a 2-pack called for doing that for me. He huffs and puffs and whistles, rushing. Hopefully, we're getting down to the end here, so hopefully we won't spend too much time looking for stuff. Like here we go. Again, rectangular packaging. I have a feeling I know what this is. By the way, hope you guys are all enjoying the different gift wrap. I don't think we've seen a single repeat gift wrap. I mean, they took the time to do this, like, for sure. They did not have to. Uh-oh. Taking bets. Maybe Hero? Maybe Hero? Oh, they got me. I was thinking, you know what? Like, I know Kenji was out, but would they really want to take the time to send this to a guy like me? Well, they have. It's Kenji. I have not even seen Big World, Big Adventures. I have not even seen the episodes that Kenji is in, but he just looks like a cool engine. You know what I mean? So this is really cool. Like Kenji, as his car takes a tumble. Let's see where we were. He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles. I think we were on he whistles. Rushing. Oh wait, no, we just did rushing. We just did rushing. So rushing 2, I almost skipped ahead. 2, rushing 2. And fro, and then we're almost done with this, and I can mess up the song however many times I want. Oh! So, just moments ago, I guess they had sent me Hero. I guess Kenji, but here we are. So Hero is one of the characters that people have been lauding over quite a bit. Understandably so. He does look really nice. I mean, he's one of those characters that benefits from the extra wheels quite a bit. And from what I've seen, the face isn't too shabby either. So, I'll try to do this one on screen as look a little bit better. Like the differences you can see between the characters is a lot more apparent in the longer engines. So I believe rushing to and fro. I believe this is our next one. Is it another light? Oh, they tricked me. What are they doing here? I was like, it's way too thick to be one of these. Man, coming in sneaky right here. So I have not seen what these are, but without revealing the second one, the first one, oh, troublesome trucks. I love troublesome trucks. Does that mean, oh, cool. It's two of the same. That's awesome. These troublesome trucks, I've said this before in other reviews and videos on my channel, troublesome trucks, man. I am so happy these are back. Like, and that they have faces, and especially this generic cargo here lends so many story opportunities. Very, very happy to have this included. Yeah, man. They, the people at Toys & Co. did their research. Has been really, really exciting. So, since we're at it, I think we will open up this second one. I don't know what it is about troublesome trucks. I think it's because when I started my YouTube channel in 2008, Thomas was in a weird spot for a couple of years where they like deliberately did not talk or mention troublesome trucks for like a really long time. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if they just decided not to use it as a plot point, but the day the troublesome trucks came back in CG design there. He huffs and puffs and whistles, rushing to and fro. He's the really useful engine right here at the bottom. And then guess what, guys? We got one left, and that should be a pretty easy one for me to figure out. Uh-oh. You guys hear that? What could that mean? More troublesome trucks? Man, they did their research. They know that I love troublesome trucks. So, very interesting here. Kind of taking a look at two different areas. Part of Toys & Co. for not only sending me some new Thomas Wooden Railway items, but also, you know, a blast from the past with these retro ones. So again, the last box. He's the really useful engine we adore. I love how the song ends, or I love how, you know, this little scavenger hunt thing ends with "we adore." Uh-oh. Got a double one here. Oh. Okay, so they're treating me right again. I think I got, what, 6 troublesome trucks out of this deal? Wasn't expecting that at all, to be quite honest. But we got this paint splattered. It's called the Troublesome Truck in Paint. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of that name. I feel like they could have come up with like a better name that encapsulates. It's just the Troublesome Truck and Paint versus like the normal Troublesome Truck we've looked at before. So yeah, I mean, small gripe, but clearly they were more focused on making, you know, awesome toys than naming things, I guess, which again, it's not a terrible name, but I'm just like, Troublesome Truck and Paint? That's like really weird. Anyway, oh yes, and again, this one is very dense, and very, very dense. That's so cool. This one has a little bit of like a cheeky face, kind of reminds me of like a scruffy face. All right, and this is everything put together in one nice, easy to look at image. This isn't everything that Toys & Co. sent me. I wasn't able to use all of the risers or all of the pieces of track in the expansion pack or anything like that, but this is pretty much everything. And what's really enjoyable looking at this image is that we have several different ranges of wooden railway toys interacting and co-mingling with each other. We have like old Clickety-clack track next to the new Thomas Wooden Railway 2022 track, and then we also have like this Brio bridge, for example, and the Brio lights and the Thomas Wooden Railway rolling stock and the engines. It's just really awesome to look at, I'm not going to lie. So once again, I want to give a huge thank you to Toys & Co. for taking the time to send all this to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video. Wow, there's just a lot of excellent pieces that I got to unbox today. Of course, I'm a big fan of the 2022 Thomas Wooden Railway items, but honestly, like even just kind of the secondhand stuff that I wasn't expecting, like these old troublesome trucks or the display items, and then like the Brio lights, like that was totally out of left field, but I love it. And man, they just did such an excellent job. They definitely did their research. They sent me things that I really, really like and enjoy. So big thanks once again to Toys & Co. You can find all of their information in the description below. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to have some different types of videos coming up on my channel in the future, and I hope you guys stick around. But man, this has been sort of like a great way to get back into the swing of things. I can't thank you guys enough. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.